Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we have a little bit of a follow-up video to talk about. This is a follow-up on a story we had a couple days ago, which was, the shocking LCS news that Dash would no longer be a part of the LCS broadcast as the day-to-day or everyday LCS host. Maybe he's going to be involved in some capacity, but it's not going to be the same, and it seems like just in general, things are not going to be the same in the LCS in 2023. But today we have a little bit more to talk about, because it turns out the drama might be a little deeper and a little crazier than we even first expected. But first, a word from today's sponsor, which is, of course, Prize Picks. This is daily fantasy made easy as we are getting closer and closer to the start of both the LCS and the LEC seasons. League of Legends esports are about to be back, and that means you can start making your picks on both the LEC and the LCS on Prize Picks once again. And right now is a really awesome time to get signed up for Prize Picks, because not only are they going to match your first deposit up to $100, but also today specifically, like it's called Flex Friday. They have a deal going on where it's called like the protected pick or something, where you can make a pick of $20, and if you win, great, you win. If you lose, they're actually going to put $20 back into your account. So you're essentially getting a free chance, a free try, a free opportunity. On top of them already matching your first deposit up to $100, you could potentially get be getting $120 from them. So, hey, that sounds pretty great to me. Take advantage of it today on Flex Friday. First link in the description below to get signed up for Prize Picks. Thank you so much to them for helping support me, my channel, and my content. With that being said, let's get right into this. So, like I said, we had the old Dash stuff that we were talking about before. But then, on top of it, we got this article from .esports that was really blowing up on Twitter and on the League of Legends subreddit. You can see here 4,500 upvotes, I believe. Yes, 4,500 upvotes. Riot didn't try to negotiate with Dash at all before cutting his role, and that is quite a headline. But hey, we are in the era of clickbait and sensationalized headlines and all this stuff, so let's dive into this article and see a little bit more about what the heck is going on. This is from Mateus Meter. I don't know how you say it exactly, sorry to this guy, but want to at least throw his name out there. Riot didn't try to negotiate with Dash at all before cutting his role. The former desk host revealed further details. So the League of Legends esports community was shocked by yesterday's revelation of Dash leaving the LCS broadcast this year. Obviously, we all were, very shocked, very surprised. I just had to check and make sure my mic was working. I thought my mic was muted again. I was about to start crying, but it's not. We're good. Following the news, the Desco shared some details behind the decision. So, he made his tweet. He had his big letter, heartfelt thing, and then he said, hey, I'm going to go live on Twitch, and I'm going to talk about this stuff. I haven't seen this stream. I haven't really seen many clips from this stream, but this article does seem to dive into some of that. So, on Dash's stream, which began shortly after the news was released, he admitted that it wasn't his decision, nothing to do with his decision, but Riot Games, which came to the conclusion that they don't need a desk host in 2023. He also revealed that the team behind the LCS didn't even speak to him or negotiate with him before the cut, but simply came to him and told him he will no longer be needed in 2023. So that is pretty crazy. Again, especially for someone who has not only been around for so long, like just the fact that he's been around for so long should warrant some level of like respect or whatever you want to call it, but also the fact that he has meant so much to the LCS. And again, in my opinion, he has been the most valuable asset to the LCS over the past couple of years. Other people would maybe disagree with that, but they would say still he is one of the most valuable assets to the LCS over the past couple of years. I don't know. Kind of crazy. I don't actually know what... I haven't watched this clip yet, so I don't know what he talks about in this clip, but this just says Riot doesn't respect its on-air talent, so I kind of want to click. This is making me intrigued.
That was the saddening part in all of it, is that I wasn't spoken to prior to the news just being, delivered, like being told that this was what was happening. That would probably be the only piece in the whole puzzle that I think really eats at me. Is that I didn't, after spending a decade, giving 100% of myself to something, that I didn't feel that kind of respect given back towards me in that moment of just having a conversation about, hey, we want to make changes, and can we arrive at a decision that with you, as opposed to arrive at a decision and tell you. Because I brought up, I was like, fuck, y'all could have said, you could have asked me to be a play-by-play. Like, and I kind of said it jokingly, and they were like, do you want to play-by-play? And I was like, no, because I think it would take forever for me to learn and to actually get good. Like, I spent 10
So, yeah, I mean, overall, you can hear kind of just like the sadness and disappointedness or whatever in his voice of, yeah, the fact that they didn't even come to him. And in a lot of ways, I mean, it's what this is, but it also just sounds like a really like sad and nasty breakup. I'm getting like relationship vibes from this whole thing of just like one party or one partner just like, deciding that they're ready to move on and they're done with the other one. And the other one, unbeknownst to them, they just show up one day and they're gone. And they're like, we've been doing this for 10 years and you don't even want me at any capacity. There's no way I can help or stay involved or whatever. It just seems like it caught him off guard so much. And yeah, it's way worse than I imagined this whole situation was, or I think a lot of other people imagined as well. Now, diving into the other part of it where it's because they decided they don't need a host for next year. Well, what does that even mean? There has been some people kind of speculating and stuff right now that Riot might be moving to a model of and I think Travis even talked about this as well, but other people had talked about it on Twitter previously as well. They'll have like the LCS shifting away from the desk, where right now they have like the desk and the analyst, and it looks like a soccer game or a football game or a basketball game or whatever, and they might just be going more towards just like casting the games, and who knows, I don't know exactly what they're going to do in between, but they might just not have the desk anymore. They might not have a host and a desk. Like, it might be a more simplified broadcast, a more streamlined broadcast of just like, here's game one, here's the casters. Maybe they'll be in studio. Maybe they'll even be casting from their freaking houses like we did during COVID, whatever, who knows. And then maybe in between games, we'll play some highlights or we'll play some ads or we'll play some music, and then we'll get into the next game. Then we'll get into the next, like, I don't know if that's for sure, but, it could be possible they are looking to do some more stuff like that. Maybe they could still have segments in between the games, but maybe those can be, I don't know, more on the fly, more off the cusp, more or less, needing a host and a guide and all that stuff. That's just like a prediction of mine, or kind of what some people are saying. No matter what, it does seem like they're going in some direction that doesn't need a host, and my mind just doesn't go anywhere like specifically right away. I don't know what all the possible directions are that don't need a host, so we'll have to wait and see. And then, he talks about the quote from this video. During the stream, Dash also shed some light on why the LCS won't be needing a desk host anymore. It's due to the new format shifting. The new format and shifting game day from weekends to Thursday and Friday at midday. Dash's team is still negotiating with Riot for him to appear during key moments of the season, which is kind of weird because, you heard Dash being like, oh, can't I still be involved in some capacity? And I don't know, I feel like if I'm him, I feel like they treated me pretty poorly. I would probably just look to move on to something bigger and better, because not necessarily bigger or better, but just something different, because Dash is going to have a ton of amazing opportunities. And it would be kind of a shame to see Dash still involved in the LCS at such a reduced or smaller capacity. Maybe that's just to bridge the gap between him and his next opportunity. I don't know. Or maybe it's him just, being caught off guard. He just wants to kind of try to make the best of it. The renowned desk host and analyst also added that he is looking for our options in acting, streaming, and other esports. He will shift towards other esports only if esports will have him, though. And again, I'm not very, I'm very confident that someone, somewhere, something will want Dash, and that he'll do a great job at whatever, happens next. So I'm sad for him, but I'm not worried for him. At the end of the day, what I am worried for is the LCS and the direction that they're heading, especially if it's a direction without Dash being a part of it. But we'll have to wait and see exactly what that looks like. There was also this post that really blew up on Reddit. It really shows not only how this one person feels, but the fact that it has so many upvotes, how a lot of people feel. So I'll just read this real quick. I doubt we'll see much transparency from Riot this year about what happened with Dash. It feels pretty disrespectful to treat Dash like this when he helped shape the LCS into what it is today. Again, Dash's quote from the clip that we watched. Seeing Dash potentially leave Riot for other esports makes me incredibly sad, as these are the main games I follow, and he has always been such an important piece of the success of the LCS. I hope he can at least stay in Valorant, as I would love to see him there, but I do not blame him if he were to leave completely. With all that happening in the direction of the game LCS, it makes me incredibly sad to look back at Riot when they were so communicative in the past. League of Legends has been my home for 12 plus years, and it feels like watching your senile old relative become a shell of what they used to be. I wish Riot would realize that even if their numbers look okay, the max exodus of content creators and backlash to so many recent decisions has left a sour taste in everyone's mouth, and not communicating with us just allows these feelings to fester. They argue that they want to preserve the fans they have now instead of focusing on gaining new ones, and then consistently disrespect said fans. Sorry about the rant, but seeing clips of so many League personalities beaten down and posting about their disappointing experiences with Riot and League lately has left me bitter, and I wanted to make this post. And again, it feels like this, or I mean, at least it seems like this post did resonate with a lot of fans just due to the sheer number of upvotes. And it's just not a great sign or a great look or great PR or whatever for the LCS at the end of the day. But hey, season's going to start soon. We'll see how everything goes. But that's pretty much every video today, guys. Hopefully I catch you in the next one. Make sure you check out Prize Picks. First link in the description below. But until then, peace.